Imam Hassan al-Mujtaba, the son of Amir al-Mu'mineen, Imam Ali, and Lady Fatima, the daughter of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, holds a special place in Islamic history. Born in the year 3 AH in Medina on the 15th day of Ramadan, he was named Hassan by the Prophet himself on the order of Allah. As the beloved grandson of the Prophet Muhammad, Imam Hassan shared a unique and cherished bond with him. Despite the Prophet's busy schedule, he always made time to play with his grandsons, Imam Hassan and Imam Hussein. Their laughter could be heard by all those around as Imam Hassan would playfully chase the Prophet in circles. Even during prayers, the Prophet never scolded Imam Hassan for wanting to play. Instead, he would lovingly carry him on his back, praying, "O God, I love him, so you also love him." This demonstrates the deep affection and connection between the Prophet and his grandsons. Historians, both Shia and Sunni, have recorded many sayings of the Prophet regarding Imam Hassan and Imam Hussein, highlighting their special place in Islamic history and the Prophet's heart. "Whoever loves Hassan and Hussein, he also loves me. Whoever hates these two, he also hates me." Hassan and Hussein are the chiefs of the youths of paradise. These two children of mine are imams, leaders, no matter whether they rise up against a tyrant or make peace. As for Hassan, he has my form and my nobility. As for Hussein, he has my generosity and my bravery. Imam Hassan and Imam Hussein, despite their tender age, were bestowed with an exceptional level of spiritual purity that even the Prophet sought their presence as witnesses for important treaties and documents. According to Waqidi, during the drafting of a treaty for the tribe of Thaqif, Khalid bin Sa'id penned the agreement while Imam Hassan and Imam Hussein were designated as witnesses. Likewise, when the Prophet engaged in Mubahala with the Christians of Najran, Imam Hassan and Imam Hussein were among those he selected to accompany him. On numerous occasions, the Prophet referred to Imam Hassan and Imam Hussein as his own children, a sentiment that was echoed by Imam Ali, who would tell his other children, "You are my sons, while Hassan and Hussein are the Prophet's children." Following the Prophet's demise, Imam Hassan resided with his father, Imam Ali, for approximately 30 years. During Imam Ali's political leadership, Imam Hassan supported the establishment of justice with sacrifice and relentless effort. Before Imam Ali was martyred, he said, "My son, the messenger of God had commanded me to have you carry out my will as successor and turn my books and weapon over to you, just as he had me carry out his will as successor and turned his books and weapon over to me." He was divinely selected to be the successor of Imamate through the Prophet. He was also the perfect embodiment of what it means to be an imam. Imam Hassan addressed the people towards dawn on the night in which Imam Ali was martyred. He praised and glorified Allah and blessed the Prophet, may Allah bless him and his family. Then he said, "There has died tonight a man, Imam Ali, who was the first among the early Muslims in good actions. Nor did any later Muslims attain his level in good actions. He used to fight alongside the Prophet of Allah, may Allah bless him and his family, and protect him with his own life. The Prophet used to send him forward with his standard, while Gabriel supported him on his right and Michael supported him on his left. He would not return until Allah brought victory through his hands. He, Imam Ali, has died on this the night on which Jesus, son of Mary, was taken up to heaven, on which Joshua, son of Nun, the testamentary trustee, Wasi, of Moses, peace be on him, died. He has left behind him no gold and silver except 700 dirhams of his stipend, with which he was intending to buy a servant for his family. Then Imam Hassan continued and introduced himself as under, "I am the grandson of the one who brought the good news. I am the grandson of the warner. I am the grandson of the man who, with Allah's permission, summoned the people to Allah. I am the grandson of the light which shone out to the world. I am of the house from whom Allah has sent away abomination and whom Allah has purified thoroughly. I am of the house for whom Allah has required love in Quran. When Allah, the Most High, said, "Say, I do not ask you for any reward except love for my kin. Whoever earns good will increase good for himself." 42:23. The good is love for us, the house. Imam Hassan possessed exceptional qualities and characteristics that distinguished him from others. He was renowned for his generosity, kindness, and willingness to assist those in need. He embodied his mother's philosophy of neighbors before ourselves by always being ready to provide food for anyone who was hungry or in need. His generosity and eagerness to help those seeking guidance were truly remarkable. In terms of human perfection, Imam Hassan was reminiscent of his father and a shining example of his noble grandfather. During the Prophet's lifetime, Imam Hassan and his brother were always in his company, with the Prophet even carrying them on his shoulders at times. Imam Hassan was renowned for his spiritual journeying, having embarked on pilgrimage to Mecca, an impressive 25 times by foot from Medina. His reputation for generosity was equally notable. Upon overhearing a man beseeching Allah at the Kaaba to relieve him of a 10,000 dirham debt, Imam Hassan promptly returned with the sum and bestowed it upon the supplicant. Notably, on 3 occasions, the Imam selflessly divided his entire wealth and possessions, giving away half in charitable donations. As a prominent figure in both spiritual and political realms, Imam Hassan played a pivotal role in his era. One of the most significant political events during his leadership was his opposition to the Syrian governor, who was exiled and led military campaigns against the core tenets of Islam. Recognizing the importance of preserving the Prophet's message and minimizing loss of life, Imam Hassan strategically entered into a treaty with the Syrian governor. This decision underscored his commitment to peace and the greater good, solidifying his legacy as a wise and compassionate leader. When Imam Hassan was questioned about his decision, he said, "By God, I have not submitted the authority to him, Syrian governor. However, I have not found supporters. If I had supporters, I would have fought him day and night until Allah judges between us. But I knew the people of Kufa and their predicament. The corrupt among them would not reform. They had no loyalty or responsibility in words or actions. They say that their hearts are with us, but indeed their swords are turned against us." Today, on 15th day of Ramadan 2024, we remember him.